Good morning. Today is a day where we will reflect on one of the darkest moments in American history, September 11th, a terrorist attack where, if you didn't know or were taught a warped version of it in school, two planes flew into the towers, killing several people, several firefighters, and several policemen. One of the biggest themes in some of the pictures you will see in this upcoming video, themes of unity came together, people coming in to help each other out, people even becoming impromptu firefighters. But let's not forget the death and the destruction of this event. Let's celebrate the heroes who came to in time of need. In fact, let's picture this. A night before, you're sitting at home on TV, watching TV with your family, and you're watching Monday Night Football between the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants. It is a game that swings in Denver's favor as the Broncos win 31-20, however, with a big loss of star wide receiver Ed McCaffrey for the season. Tomorrow morning comes and you wake up. You put on your suit and tie, your nice dress slacks, your nice shirt, and you go downstairs to make some breakfast. When suddenly you see a breaking news crawl pop up on your screen. The crawl reads, "Plane crash at the World Trade Center." You immediately stand there in awe just at the destruction of one plane. And you immediately think this is a sad scene. Amidst multiple interviews and every major news channel covering this accident, you see a second plane off in the distance fly around and crash into another tower. At that point, your emotion of fear and sadness has quickly switched to anger. You also learn that the Pentagon was attacked by another plane. That drives your feelings and your reaction to, I'm going to go kick somebody's ass. In New York, it is chaos. Every TV channel, most of them anyway, switch to their main sister coverage. So ESPN would cover ABC, TNT would get CNN, and Warner Brothers would do whatever network they were a part of. And Speed Vision would get Fox. They're all showing the same signs of horror and tragedy on live television. A few channels even cut away so they can reflect because they may be based in the New York area. America was on wounded knee that day until our president, stepped on to provide some powerful words. Terrorists may attack us because we are seen as the beacon of hope. Here are some very powerful images.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a difficult moment for America. Today, we've had a national tragedy. Two airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country. I have spoken to the Vice President, to the Governor of New York, to the Director of the FBI, and have ordered that the full resources of the federal government go to help the victims and their families, and to conduct a full-scale investigation to hunt down and to find those folks who committed this act.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. The men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
It is right. We're running a line.
The Pentagon has been evacuated, and there, as you can see, perhaps the second tower, the front tower, the top portion of which is collapsing.
Each of us will remember what happened that day and to whom it happened. We'll remember the moment the news came, where we were and what we were doing. Some will remember an image of a fire or a story of rescue. Some will carry memories of a face and a voice gone forever.
After the speech that President Bush gave that night, Bush went to Ground Zero to deliver another dramatic and impassioned, worth some of the toughest sons of bitches speeches that you may ever find. That serves as a message, not just across America, that we will not let terrorism and hate win, but across the world. Look throughout history, many sports offered very stirring 9/11 ceremonies. Vince McMahon gave a very passionate speech 3 days after the attack, which was actually the first live gathering of any sports event. The NFL and every team in the NFL celebrated with some sort of 9/11 tribute, whether that be the powerful picture of John Gruden holding an American flag while trying to hold back tears on the sideline as a Raider coach, or that be several of the teams stretching an American flag across the field during the national anthem, or that be teams running out of the field, some carrying American flags. Sports brought this country together, and it showed that you fuck with America, we're going to make you pay.
They entered Lambeau Field, and as was the story around the country yesterday, signs of patriotism are overt and in abundance. Hi, everyone.
On Sunday, the president raised the flag to full staff, signifying the return to our natural American way. And I think that we are a part of the vital fiber of the American way.
We just want to go out and, have a great showing and do our job and just go out and help America get back on its feet.
1, 2, 3.
The Green Bay Packers want me to go out and do my job to the best of my ability, and I'm going to give them everything I can. I'm going to give this country everything I can.
Dr. Wood, stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much.
Perhaps there is no more appropriate place for the return of NASCAR Winston Cup racing than the state of Delaware, one of the original 13 states. It's nicknamed the First State. The state motto, liberty and independence. Today, in the shadow of neighboring Dover Air Force Base, the Winston Cup Series is back. And so are the fans, a patriotic group that has gathered for the enthusiasm and excitement of racing, and for the opportunity to show their support for this nation, our leaders, and thank the heroes that have brought forth the light of hope from America's darkest day. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lee Greenwood.
Hello, race fans. Hello, NASCAR. If tomorrow all the things were gone, worked for all my life, and I had to start again. Just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
With a very
Tonight, the spirit of America lives here in Houston, Texas. On behalf of everyone here in the arena and a worldwide television audience, we would like to extend our condolences to the victims and the families and friends of the victims of the terrorist acts that occurred on Tuesday in New York City and Washington, D.C. Our nation's leaders have encouraged us to return to living our lives the way we normally do. Our nation's leaders have encouraged us to continue to live our lives the American way. They've encouraged us to practice and exercise our constitutional rights. And as such, tonight I believe this is the first public assembly of its size since the tragedy of Tuesday. Make no mistake about what, and make no mistake about the message this public assembly is sending to terrorism tonight. And that message, quite simply, is that we will not live our lives in fear. The citizens of Houston are not afraid. The citizens of Texas are indeed not afraid. And by God, the citizens of the United States are not afraid. For we are a proud people, proud of who we are, proud of our nation, and damn proud to be Americans. And we will fight. We will fight for our families. We will fight for our rights. And we will fight for our great nation. America's heart has been wounded. But her spirit shines as a beacon of freedom that never has been nor ever will be extinguished. The World Wrestling Federation would like to thank each and every one of you here in the Compaq Center tonight. The World Wrestling Federation would like to thank each and every one of you watching on television. We would like to thank you for the honor and privilege of performing before you here tonight.
American girls and American guys will always stand up and salute. We'll always recognize when we see old glory flying. There's a lot of men dead, so we can sleep in peace at night when we lay down our heads. My daddy served in the army, where he lost his right eye, but he flew a flag out in our yard. Till the day that he died, he wanted my mother, my brother, my sister and me to grow up and live happy in the land of the free. Now this nation that I love is falling under attack. A mighty sucker punch came flying in from somewhere in the back. Soon as we could see clearly through our big black eye, man, we lit up your world like the 4th of July. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list, and the Statue of Liberty started shaking her fist, and the eagle will fly, and it's gonna be here when you hear Mother Freedom start ringing her bell, and it'll feel like the whole world is raining down on you. Oh, brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue. Served and the battle will rage. This big dog will fight ride when you rattle his cage, and you'll be sorry that you mess with the U.S. of A. 'Cause we'll put a boot in your ass, it's the American way. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list, and the Statue of Liberty started shaking her fist, and the eagle will fly, and it's gonna be hell when you hear Mother Freedom start ringing her bell, and it'll feel like the whole wide world is raining down on you. Courtesy of the red, white, and blue.